This is the plaintiff, James Lynch. He says the defendant, his mother-in-law, lost her mind, had him falsely arrested, and he had to incur attorney's fees to clear his good name. He has no idea what the defendant, his wife's own mother, is thinking, but clearly she's not of sound mind. He's suing for $2,500, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Sarah Caston. She says she's perfectly sane. The crazy person is the plaintiff because he did indeed attack her, kicked her, and put her in the hospital. He was even charged with assault by the cops. This whole thing's been a nightmare. Her daughter's now abusive towards her, and considering they live in the same house, things have indeed become quite uncomfortable. She's accused of making false accusations.
Let it get tablets for you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Mr. Lynch, you are suing your mother-in-law, Sarah Caston, for $2,500 in attorney's fees that you say she inappropriately made you expend by maliciously and falsely prosecuting you for assault. Tell me what's going on.
Your Honor, on July 4th, my third-floor tenant came and knocked on the door, stating that she's smelling something burning. My wife decided to investigate the case. We checked. It was coming from the second floor. My wife contacted the defendant.
Who is your wife's mother?
It was my wife's mother.
Okay, your wife's not here today.
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
They made arrangements to whatever it is. My wife went to her workplace and picked her up from the workplace. I left and went to church that Sunday. When I came back from church, they took care of the problem. My wife went upstairs, rectified the problem. Later that day, I was lying, resting my foot because I got injured in June month, and I was waiting to do surgery. Someone else knocked. When I looked, it was a woman came asking for Miss Caston. They went upstairs. The woman went upstairs. She said no one is at home. She knocked in, but the door was left open. On her way back down, Miss Caston entered the building at the same time. My guest came. She went into my apartment. They were talking. Shortly after, I heard Miss Caston arguing and saying that someone, that's it, you see, I didn't leave my door open. Someone was up here. So I heard the arguing, so I came out in the hallway. Asked the landlord, if there's a problem in the building.
You're her landlord?
Yeah.
And you rent to your mother-in-law?
She lives on the second floor.
How long have you been renting to her?
Since I think about 2000, she's been there.
And how's that working out? Not so good?
Your Honor, from the beginning she moved in, I used to drive a truck for a company. I used the company truck to move her. She accused me of stealing a mirror, a bunch of flowers, and a whole toaster. And then accusations just keep all...
So why is she still living there?
None of the kids want to take responsibility.
None of the kids want to take
responsibility. None of our
Is
children
this your
don't
house
want to
or
take
isn't it?
responsibility. Yeah, but it's my mother-in-law. My wife was telling me, oh, James, don't pay her no mind. She's getting old. She's going through certain stages.
So your family's pressuring you to continue to...
I just let it be. I didn't bother with that.
All right, so now, has it been as bad as it is right now? Or it's gotten worse?
It was like problems in between, but we never paid no mind. We just leave it. Not
so
this
now
big.
it's the 4th of July, and now you hear her arguing in the hallway, so you walk outside to see what's going on and what is going on.
So I said, Mom, I'm tired of you always accusing people of leaving your door open. We had a few exchange of words, telling her about the things that she'd been burning and all these stuff. I left and I came down the stairs. She came after me. I opened the inner door and was leaving the building to try to avoid her. And I'm telling them, get this woman out of my face. I went through the outer door, and I pulled the door in to slow her down. I don't know what took place after that inside. I went through the second door. She opened the first door and came out. So I closed the second door, and she was tugging on the door trying to get it. I left the building, and I heading down the stairs. There's 5 flights of 5 stairs.
Did you ever hit her?
No, Your Honor.
Did she ever hit you?
The door, the struggle with the first door, because I'm limping. I couldn't walk. My foot was in a brace. Because the hospital,
Did she ever hit you?
The struggle, she told me, I'll kick you on your foot, I'll kick you.
Okay, did she kick you on your foot?
Yes, Your Honor. She hit my foot.
Why did it take me 7 times of asking for you to answer that? How did she kick you?
With her foot. She kicked me while coming out the door.
Okay.
2 days following that, on the Thursday morning, the police came and said they have a warrant for my arrest, and they arrested me, took me down to the precinct. They actually literally lift me out of my house.
Was she there when you got arrested?
She was in the hallway.
Were your children there?
Yes, they were there. They took me down. They actually literally lift me to the car, and she's in the hallway laughing.
All
When
right,
they
so
took
they
me down
take
to
you in,
the
and how long do
precinct,
you spend in custody?
4 o'clock in the morning to the next day.
How did you get
like
out?
2 days. We went to a hearing, and my wife took an attorney, and I think she paid him a part of it, and he had to pay the other part. And they set a date for
You put up a
desk
bond?
appearance.
What's going on with the criminal case?
It was dismissed.
Do you have paperwork to prove it was dismissed?
No, Your Honor.
All right, let me hear from you, Ms. Caston. What is it that happened?
However, come July 4th, I left and I went to work. At my job, I got a phone call. Mommy, the house is smelling gas. I said, gas? She called again. She said, Mommy, oh God, this place smelling strong. I'm coming to pick you up.
Doesn't she have a key to your apartment?
No.
Why not? Why does your own daughter not have a key to your apartment?
They go in my apartment when they like. He said he is the landlord and nobody can keep him out of any...
Well, when they smell gas, you want the landlord to have access if you're smelling gas.
Yes,
At least I know the third floor tenant does.
Yes.
Okay?
However, she picked me up and took me there.
In order you to unlock the door because they don't have a key.
They don't have a key.
Okay, so you unlock the door, and is there a gas problem in your room?
There was no gas
Okay,
problem.
did you then go back to work, or did you stay there?
I went back to work.
All right, now, at the end of the day, you come back to the apartment, to the house, and what happens?
When I came home the afternoon after my job, I went to church with the lady, and I came home.
Everybody goes to church, I know. Everybody goes to church before they beat each other up, I got it.
When I went home, I went up the steps, and I put the key to open the door. As I placed the key in the door pushed open. I turned to a lady was there. I said, I don't know how long this thing go on. This is always it. And I went down the steps to my daughter. I called, I said, Anne? And she came and, yes, Mommy. I said, look, when this thing gonna end?
When is what gonna end?
The opening of my door.
If they could open your door and they smelled gas, do you think anybody would bother to go to your workplace, drive you back to open the door? I mean, does that sound reasonable on your part, that you think that maybe you left the door open?
No, I did not leave my door open.
Okay, so what happens? You're mad and you go downstairs, and what happens?
He fly out. You always are accusing people of going in the place. And he started to point his fingers in my face and to abuse me and to use lots of profane languages.
Okay, when you say abuse you, what do you mean?
With his mouth.
Okay.
The lady that was there to me, the way he was getting on, she said, look, Sarah, come, let's get out of here. I went back up the steps to lock my door. After I locked the door, I descended the step to follow her. As I come down the steps, that's the door there. It has two doors. I approached the front door. The first door, he was standing there. As he saw me coming, I saw him step back. So I felt, well, he's moving for me to go, because we had a heated argument. And as I stepped out and approached the door, he slammed the door in my face, and I fell back. I didn't expect
Wait, but isn't he behind you?
No.
I'm not understanding. Come on over here, and with my bailiff, please explain how you're talking about. So he is standing here. Come over here. Here is a door. Here is another door. You have walked out of this door. Walk. The door is here. What did he do with the door exactly?
The door was ajar. It was open.
It was open. Is his hand on the knob?
Yes.
Okay, so now you're about to walk out that door.
And then he slammed it.
He slams it right into your face.
Right into my face.
So, like a cartoon, just like a boom, and just stops you short by slamming it in your face.
Yes.
All right. Was your nose bleeding?
My hair got a big bump, and it bruised, and I fell down. And when I fell down, he came and he kicked me 2 times.
Okay. And then what happened?
And I went up the steps.
And then you called the police to arrest your son-in-law?
Yes.
Okay, now...
And he ran over to the next yard and hid in the basement.
Okay. Did you and your daughter talk about this incident at all in those 2 days before you had the police come and arrest him?
No.
Have you and your daughter talked at all about any of this? How's your relationship with your daughter?
There's none.
Okay. And how's your relationship with your grandkids?
None.
No, no.
I hate to do this to you, but I need you to come
That's
up.
my grandson.
Come on up, grandson, right there where that...
None of them.
Go to back.
What's your name?
Jermaine Lynch.
All right, Jermaine, were you there when all this happened?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened?
They were having an argument over the gas being on, and like Granny was screaming, he was screaming, and Dad, he was like getting ready to leave to go to the next door because it was like really heated, and he stepped out and he left.
So did he slam the door into her face?
No, she went to open the door because she thought he was still back there, so she pulled it.
To get to him?
No, yeah, because she probably thought he was still back there, but he left.
And she wants to get to him. She's not running away from him. She wants to get to him.
So she thought he left, so she held the door and she pulled it. That's when the door hit in the head.
Did he, at any point in time, kick your grandmother when she was down on the ground repeatedly?
No, he wasn't there to do that.
Miss Casson, what happened with the criminal case?
The criminal case, it was tried without my knowledge. I wasn't there. I wasn't notified. It's after the case ended, they started playing music, putting a speaker in the hallway. When I come home from work, oh God.
Court's in recess.
All rise. Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Would you ever sue your mother-in-law if your mother-in-law, say, maliciously got you arrested and it was false arrest?
Yeah, certainly. If the intent was malicious enough, certainly if you're, I think, you know... If
you would sue your mother-in-law. What I love about this is, and he has a T-shirt that says Disneyland Fire Department. That's sweet. Okay, what do you think?
I would definitely sue my stepmom.
You would sue? Or anybody like that? You would sue somebody if they maliciously tried to go after you?
Yeah.
Would you?
No.
Because?
Because it's always forgive and forget. You can always get back at somebody, but you're just being as dirty as they are.
Interesting. Okay, interesting. Going inside the courtroom.
I don't know. I don't know what Miss Caston could possibly be going through your head when this whole thing started to snowball out of control the way it did. See, I could live with this if it was just some dispute about the door. Well, maybe she sees it that way. Maybe she sees it as him hitting her with the door, but he was just trying to leave. But the real problem I have is that I know how this works. You're telling the cops he hit me with the door, and that's not enough to get him arrested. Because that could be an honest mistake while he's trying to leave and you're still jabbing at him and walking after him. What can't be an honest mistake is if the poor elderly woman is lying on the ground and he comes with a steel-toed boot and kicks you a couple of times when you're down. That'll get the cops to arrest him. That'll get the cops to arrest him. There's only one problem. That never happened. You told the prosecutor's office. I took this recess because I wanted to get a chance to get the transcript from the dismissal. Because I have to know, in a malicious prosecution case, which is what this is, I have to know one of the elements he's got to prove is, did this get dismissed in his favor in a manner that's consistent with innocence? You come in here and tell me, I didn't get notice. That's why it got dismissed, because I didn't get notice. That's not what happened. The prosecutor dropped it because she said you were a liar. Because you got a witness to help you out and say that you got kicked when you didn't. And the witness, out of fear, had in fact come clean and told the prosecutor, I'm not lying to you. This is what happened. That's why they dropped the case. Furthermore, they're concerned you're witness tampering in another unrelated case that's in the family. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Yes. You have a huge problem because anybody who would do this to their family, anybody who would do this to their family has a serious mental issue that needs to be addressed. Now you listen to me. I realize that you want to have this kumbaya, we are the world, we all live in the same place, isn't this great? That's not your world, and you need to get it through to your wife that that's not your world. You have been arrested falsely, spent the day in jail as a result of your mother-in-law's hatred of you.
But
your wife, stop talking. talking.
head.
Your wife, your mom needs to understand it's done.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's time. It's time, man. It's time. You have proof of $2,000 in legal fees. You don't have proof of $2,500, but I'm adding $500 for punitive damages. $2,500 verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so the defendant's coming out of the courtroom here. I wonder what she's going to have to say about the outcome of this case. Things really turned around at the end. Come on a little closer. No, right here is good. What's going through your mind right now?
My medical paper doesn't play a part. My medical paper said I was hurt. You understand? I was hurt. He slammed the door in my face.
It's how you get hurt that counts.
Yeah, he slammed the door in my face, and when I fell down, he kicked me.
I know. That's the testimony from the case. But the case is over, and you've been told that you lose the case because your testimony is not true. What about that?
I feel that justice was not served. You understand? Justice was not served.
All right. Just head right around the corner. Documents are waiting for you over there. Okay, sir, so take your time. I'm coming out, so the judge sees it your way. And how do you feel about this coming out?
I feel that justice was served, but this is not the end because I still have lots of cases to go. She got me in court. I received other things to go. On the 7th, I got another case on the 10th. So many for she's filing false allegations, say I sexually abused her, forceful touching, all these different things, which I never did.
Well, I think winning one case might help you in the long run,
but then
the more you win.
There's so many vindictive things she's doing, letting water run down.
What does she have against you? What is this
I don't
vendetta?
know.
Why doesn't she like you?
I don't know. It wasn't like this all the time.
All right, let's go to Harvey then.
Okay, Kurt, not only can she be sued for false arrest, but she could also be prosecuted for filing a false police report. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.